All right, here we are on a run and driving video of our little 300D project car. We're gonna take it down the road and I'll take it on the highway to show you it's not a crazy project. Got all the tail lights working. It's running nice and clean. I'll go ahead and turn off the hazards. I'll go ahead and pop the hood. There you can see, not shaking out of control, making no noises. The belt kind of quieted up. It's nice and warm now. Doesn't have any battery draw issues or anything. You see, we got the fog lights going now. So, and that is just the push of this little light switch in, and that'll take off the fog lights. All right, we'll go ahead and push the e-brake down so you can see the light works. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. I'll operate the windows. The windows all go up and down. They go slow. I'll take it, you know, they go all the way down, but I don't want to bore you guys to death. But I just want to show switches work. They all go pretty smooth, really. So I mean, somebody who's familiar with these things could really get this thing ironed out. We just sold the 300 TD wagon. We got this is a package deal, but it's not something we're gonna get to. And these the prices on these things have kind of skyrocketed over the last couple years. And so I know there's a lot of people that love the wrench and kind of enjoy doing the stuff we do. So that's why sometimes we'll just sell off a project car like this, so somebody can get it on the cheap and have some fun with it and get some kind of like sweat equity into it. The stereo did work. It lights up. You can kind of hear the speakers working a little bit. There we go. There's just not a lot of stations this thing's picking up. And you can see the light comes on for the climate control and everything. But it's cool to see the stereo still there. Nobody's amazingly, after 40 plus years, have swapped the stereo out. This thing's just been a little goer. So okay, e-brake is on. You can see it works. I'll go ahead and have my foot off and it wants to roll. So e-brake does hold. And we're gonna go ahead and you can see the third brake light up there is lighting up. We're gonna jam on this thing. All right, so we're gonna go for a little cruise together. Just giving it a little bit of throttle. You can see fuel gauge works, speedometer works, odometer works. See if the trip odometer works. Boom, it resets. Perfect. All right, so we'll go for a little cruise. It looks like it is due for an oil change, but we really haven't done anything to this thing except for just kind of give it a bath and, you know, took it for a couple cruises, see what's going on with it. Didn't spend a whole lot of time because we kind of knew we were going to sell off as a project. So keep the price down for the next buyer by not getting a whole lot of time into it. So it turns nice. You know, it's got 365,000 miles, so obviously over the years a lot of things have been replaced maintenance-wise over and over again. But you'll find some issues, probably, you know. No rattles or clinking or clanking, no ball joint sounds, no tie rod sounds. Overall, it's a really pretty tight steering. There's probably just a little bit of play, like this, about this much you'll see in the steering wheel. But it tracks nice and straight, runs really smooth. Downshifts there, gave it a little more juice. Any of you guys that know these 300Ds know that they're not the most powerful things in the world, but when they warm up, they do come alive. So you do want to warm them up, or at least plug them in if you're in a cold area, just so they have a shot at least being out in traffic and competitive. But these are just kind of bulletproof motors. I mean, they just go. Let's see, you got the wipers. Here we go. It is kind of dry out, so I don't want to burn up those blades. It seems like once you get it on, oh, this is intermediate. There we go. That's off. This is low. All right, now let's go to, it seems to not like high if it's raining, it might pick up and go pretty good. You can see it's got a crack in the window over there. Not a lot of wind noise so far coming through. Just down here after these kind of orangish trees, and you go to a light yellow tree, there's a bunch of potholes, and so I want to take you over those. I'll hit them about 25 miles an hour. Here is a patch for a sewer line. You see it just soaked it up. Really nice. No big rattles. There is a little chunk out of the steering wheel right here though, out of the foam. So make note of that. Now the brakes, like I said, they are stiff, but when you first go to hit them, you got a little bit of vacuum in there, and so they're not super stiff, but as you keep driving, they get stiff, and then it builds up if you don't touch the brake. Here's those patches. Here's those potholes here. I'm doing 35. Just soaks them up nice. So it goes nice and straight. No shaking, no grinding, no weird noises coming from the brakes. Pretty solid car too. Hopefully you can see the photos of it from the underside. You know, it's a really original car. It has that older reef spray on the outside. But other than that, this is pretty much an original Survivor. And I mean, this thing earns that word. 365,000 miles. All right, we've got a little bit of a hill incline here. Upshift. And it flattens out here a little bit, so we'll probably be catching up to these guys in no time. Hopefully I'll adjust my mirror. Hopefully you can see it in the mirror. And then it goes into its high gear. No smoke or nothing. You know, it's a clean little runner. I floored it for a little downshift action. You know, look, you can see the traffic ahead of me is not pulling away or nothing. It's not having a hard time keeping up, but it's not exactly gonna pass them. So fire off any questions you have. If you guys want some crazy photos or videos, we're more than happy to do it. Just try to get them off. Ask us early on in the auction. It's tough to do the final day, especially if it's raining out and stuff like that. Photos and videos just look terrible. You know, start fogging up on the GoPro and stuff. But coming around this corner, I'm doing 65. Yeah, man, just running smooth. Not really sure what the max speed is on this, but I think it would probably take me a little while to get to 110, and then it'd probably be pretty wild. But all right, I'm on the brakes, nice and solid. But if you want to hit the daily driver use, you're going to want to get this vacuum issue figured out so that brake pedal is nice and soft, and then along with the shut-off solenoid and temperature, the climate control would be a nice little luxury too. But all right, everybody, good luck. This is a no reserve car. Someone's gonna snag this at a deal.